Hello, I'm Olli Lee, and I'm here to interview Coach Page for this episode of Turning the Page.
Coach, nice win last week. Mo Valley presented some challenges, especially early on. Can you speak about those challenges?
Yeah, I mean, they were excited to play. They have a good young team, and I know they were fired up for the playoffs, and we knew they had a kid that could really throw the ball, and early on, that was something that we had to get adjusted to because he did throw well. We scored, and then they scored. They came back and scored themselves after a long kick return. So we had to settle down. Once we did that, got a little pressure on the quarterback, and then we had a couple nice interceptions as well.
So there were noticeable game adjustments on defense. Like you said before, Mo Valley is a team who probably throws the ball better than anyone you've seen over the last few years. The biggest change seemed to be moving Deegan Fedoruk to the outside, which paid off in a big way. There also seemed to be some new wrinkles offensively to last week's game plan. Seam routes to the TE and even a middle TE screen. Were those things you simply haven't run much, or plays you felt you could take advantage of Mo Valley's defense with?
Yeah, first off, TE is tight end. So, and Deegan's been playing out there. But, you know, sometimes when you try to simulate an offense like that in practice, the only other opponent that really threw the ball like that effectively was Marion Center from earlier in the season. So it might take you a couple of possessions or drives from the other team to kind of get used to it. Deegan really settled in and made some nice plays on the ball. Carson found Caden McInaughty a couple times. One was a seam that we noticed right off the bat where their free safety was lining up, and we took advantage of that. Then there was another one later where Caden just found the open area. So those are things we've been trying to tell our guys that you have to look for.
Okay, so let's look forward to this week. What new challenges will Bishop Guilfoyle pose for you guys?
Well, they're one of the best teams in the state, and they have been pretty much for all of the last 12, 13 seasons. So we've run into them a number of times. The thing about Bishop Guilfoyle is they always have talent. They are very well coached, and they rarely make mistakes in order to beat themselves. So those are the kind of things that we're going to have to do to match them with the mistakes, not making the mistakes, and just playing effective, consistent football.
Should we expect any new wrinkles or play calls that Bishop Guilfoyle may not be prepared for, or areas where you feel your skill set can take advantage of their schemes?
Sure. You want me to elaborate?
You don't have to.
No, you always try to put a little bit in. I mean, our guys will tell you we work on a lot of plays and we work on a lot of things, and sometimes it takes so long before we use them in a game. We do have a couple new things we're putting in this week, just because they're the kind of team that you have to have something where you can go against what they've seen on film.
Coach, there are some things that opponents can't prepare for, and we believe that you guys hold some of those intangible qualities, such as heart, determination, and grit. Can you speak to your team's qualities?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's been a complete 180-degree turnaround from last season, and I credit all the kids, but it starts with me. It starts with the seniors, and I mean, they lead quietly, but I think they have a pretty good toughness about them that the rest of the guys have followed. And I think that it helps when you start winning early in the season, which we were able to do. That didn't happen last year, and so everybody kind of gets down and it kind of snowballed. These guys were determined to make that change and to not let that happen again, and I really give them a lot of credit for making that happen.
Thank you. I'm really looking forward to this Saturday.
Thanks. We are too.
Thank you for tuning in. See you next week.